dessert on Yelp. Pull up all these pictures and you're like, oh, that's the dessert you're eating? All right, Michelle. That's the candle? Okay, that's the same candle. I know where that.
45 minutes to an hour.
45 minutes to an hour. Wait, can you run that long? No offense.
That's how I got married, dog. You know, first date, bro.
Was that what you did?
Yeah, my first date with him.
I think a guy's more comfortable being alone than a girl, but I mean, that's a whole nother
think so?
I think.
First of all, thank you for listening to Men Don't Know Podcast. I'm the man of many friends, your host and creator, Chris Boone. Here on the podcast, we talk with a bunch of guys. We ask a bunch of women questions over wine and cocktails. Whether you listen to it on Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Pandora, you downloaded that Men Don't Know Podcast app. I cannot thank y'all enough. Our store is open as always, but hit me up on Instagram at Men Don't Know, Twitter at Men Don't Know 1. Shoot me an email, Chris at mendontknow.com, or hop on the mendontknow.com website and shoot me a message. Fellas, how we doing? Episode 500. I can't thank y'all for being here. Got the boys back in the building. Coy, Jack, D, J, B. Fellas, how we living?
What's up, guys?
Amazing. I know. Can't thank y'all for that. I know. A lot of people were saying, like, you know, it's crazy that you're there. I knew you would be there, but didn't think you would, you know. It's a lot. First of all, 500?
That's
amazing. I didn't think, yeah, I know, 100%. And oddly enough, you know, I forget how long people have been listening to the podcast because I forget how long, you know, it's been running. You know, we're almost at 5 years at 500. Yeah. And so the idea of this is, you know, I now it's like, do you think about it like 5 years ago, knowing what you know now, like things are totally different. Like JR, you was kid free.
Yeah.
Hey, you was kid free. Yeah. No, on some real stuff. Yeah. I'm real stuff. B, you may or may not relationship. D, just fresh, brand new.
Yes, sir.
Jack, I'm
still gun hungry.
Well, you know what? I may have been in and out of 3 relationships since this podcast.
Nah, fam, I think more.
Oh, wow, God.
How many?
Are we talking about flings too?
Oh yeah,
that's what it is. That's what it is.
How many Octobers, right?
Yeah. Y'all track.
Forget about the flings, man. Forget about the flings.
All right, flings.
That's like 7 summers, huh? Okay. You know what? And this is what I want to ask you guys, so we can kind of figure this out and understand what's going on. I asked B earlier. I said, since we're at 500, and I told B, go back 5 years, and knowing what you know now, what did you put up with that you would no longer put up with now, in essence?
I think overlooking red flags. Like back in the day, I used to just like put it under the rug and just like move forward and just say, it's nothing, no big deal. And thinking about it now, it came back and bit me, right? So now I look for the red flags way more often than anything else first before everything. Like if I see something happen, I was like, nah, I can't do this. I'm done. I'm out. Like, I don't even give them a chance.
Damn.
Sorry. It's just, I know because I just know if I see a red flag, it's just who they are.
Yeah.
It's just change. Some people just don't know how to change. And if you've been doing that for a long time, that's just who you are. It's just hard to change that. And
I agree with that.
I don't want to be a part of that.
I agree with that. What's a red flag that you didn't think was a red flag? Oh. That is a red flag. I mean,
I think it's kind of hard to explain.
Okay, for me, and I don't know, because me and my sister talk a lot now, and we were kind of just going on the grants of a bunch of things because we said family. Like, unfortunately, because my relationship with family and friends is so deep, like it has to go the other side too, because of the fact that I don't know if you would understand where I'm coming from, not having what I have, and if you are willing to understand, because those are two different things, But I know, would it be easier with someone that had a similar background as me? Yeah. But do I think that's even a possibility?
No.
Yeah.
But what are you punishing if they're not close to their family or they don't have any family? Or
I would say, like, if I'm asking them, we're talking about family, and they say, like, oh, I don't.
They're not close?
I don't care to have a relationship with them. Yeah. Like, you not caring to have a relationship is way different than you not having a relationship.
Okay.
With them. Yeah. That's how I look at that. And of course, different things will vary, this, that, and third. I always say you couldn't, nothing's ever going to be the right situation, perfect situation.
Right, I agree with that because I think when you're in a relationship, your family dynamic is very important, right? Oh, yeah. And especially like, you talked about having, if you were meeting a girl and then if the girl has actual like close friends, right? Yeah. Like, and some don't, they don't have that support group, right? Yeah. And sometimes they're not even close to their family. And like, those are huge red flags, I think, because you got to be like, because if they're not in tune with their family or their friends, that means it's going to relate to your relationship with each other. I think it's going to have some problem because you're like, oh, you're going to go hang out with your boys?
It's not my fault.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Right, but then I don't have any girlfriends to hang out with as a girl, right? Yeah. She doesn't have any girlfriends to hang out with. Yeah. So now there's going to be that friction because I have friends, but you don't. So I got to spend more time with you because you don't have enough friends to go.
You're all she got, too.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's a huge problem. That's a huge red flag in my opinion. I think it's just bound to happen more issues down the road.
To me, that says you have, she has a lot of issues that she has to work out before she gets in any relationship.
Facts.
Like if she has a lot of family drama and she doesn't want to deal with them, then guess what? You're gonna have to deal with her, and so you're
like that should be primary.
Yeah, she's gonna need to work that out before she tries to love anybody. So.
I like that. All right, let me ask a group answer. We'll start at Coy and we'll move around the table. When in a relationship and you want your friends to hang out with you, how much lead time do you need to give?
I'm the single guy?
You're the single guy. Okay. Yeah. How much lead time would you say you need to give your married friends in order for them to make it to the hangout, the boys' night?
Ooh.
Wait.
As early as I can with them.
Okay.
Like, hey, if I already know 2 weeks ASAP, then I'll let them know.
Okay. Jack?
I would say depending on the situation, because if everybody has like other obligations to go to, they have school, work, and things like that.
Talk about perfect thing. Hey, we're about to go for a raging night. We trying to rally the troops. How long do I need to give you?
Me?
In general,
I'd say 2 weeks is cool.
2 weeks, okay.
But I don't know. Other cats would be like a month and a half.
Really? Yes. Okay.
Oh my gosh, a month?
Yeah.
Okay. Man. Well, see, this is the conversation that nobody has.
Yes.
D.
Yeah, that's probably like, for me, like a rager, like
a week. So you see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about?
Like, I can make it on 3 hours.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a lot of explaining. The consequences are different. But
like Lucy, Ricky Ricardo.
If you're looking out for my best interest, give me at least 10 days.
Okay. 10 days. Okay. JR?
Yeah, a few days. But it also depends on the situation too, because
100%.
Like I could pull 2 hours if I know. The plan is nobody situation, right? I said situation, right? And what by that I mean, if she's already had her rager, I have a trump card.
Let's go. He said he has a trump card.
But if everything's normal, then a few days.
I'll put it like this: situations can dictate things, right?
100%.
Because I got a text about 3.5 hours ago about episode 500, and I'm here, right?
100%.
She supports.
100%.
She supports. She's listened to every episode, so that makes it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks for being a good friend.
What would I do without you? Like 100%.
But there's also been times where I didn't give her a note. Like you guys have given me notice to go hang out, and I completely forgot to tell her.
Yeah.
And so I'll show her the text message. Look, they hit me up. I gotta go.
And she's still falling for those Photoshop.
There you go.
So trust me, she saw the text today. He just hit me up right now.
Okay, here's a question I can ask. Being coy, let me ask you two this: could you go on a date with a pregnant chick?
No.
What? 100%. No?
Damn.
No, you couldn't?
Bruh.
What?
No.
No.
Hell no.
Dude, is that even a thing?
I ain't trying to be Mike Conley, bro. I ain't trying to be Mike Conley, bro.
You could be. No, I'm just saying, is it a thing? I'm pretty sure it's a thing. I'm not. There's a lot of women that get pregnant and they decide to keep it and they're single, but they don't want to be at home. That's a thing. Just because it doesn't come into your air or
I've never even heard of that. That is all trouble right there. That is asking for trouble.
Why?
Cause you. I mean, come on. So I'm about to take on somebody else's kid.
I'm not.
I've already been
saying,
that road,
I'm not
bro.
even saying.
What's
that,
the goal of
but I'm
dating?
just saying-
Hold on.
I'm
What's the
just
goal
saying.
of dating? To meet your potential next girl.
100%.
She's gonna be busy in the next year or so.
Exactly.
You ain't gonna have time
Busy.
for you.
Yeah.
It was a question. It was a question.
Where's the date gonna be at the hospital?
Oh man.
Wait. So hold on. So during labor, both dads gonna be there? Oh, damn. You see what I'm saying? You see where that's going?
No,
One free chance.
I just said.
Side dude sitting there with the adoption paperwork.
Side here.
See. Okay, let me ask y'all this. And just in general, and knowing the landscape, which is more harder to date? The nurse, the police officer, or the CEO exec, female?
Ooh.
CEO.
And I'll put this, the female trainer.
I say tie between the nurse and the CEO.
What's hard about the nurse?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait.
Because I
Let
dated a nurse, so
okay,
I'm
wait.
gonna-
Let Jack
I'm
go.
gonna ask. Well, I'm gonna see where you're at.
Go ahead.
No, you probably know more than I do.
No, but so I'm gonna see where you at though. I want to see where you at. Like why you chose nurse.
Go ahead, Jay.
I say, I think it's between, I say nurse and CEO, but I say CEO a little bit more than the nurse.
Why?
Because CEO, you got to run everything. Payroll, people, everything in the 9 yards. Nursing is just those shifts that you, with the different type of doctors you with, things like that. So you get that little, but I say CEO, then barely nursing, and then police officer.
Coy?
Nurses, to me, is just that's like up my alley. So
I said which is the hardest to date. So.
the hardest to date? I've never dated a CEO, but I would imagine it would be her.
Okay.
I'm not on a CEO level.
Not
What
the
am I going to
trainer?
do for?
Not the trainer.
The trainer is
female
like
trainer could be kind of dicey.
Dicey, yes. But not as
Female
good.
trainer, yeah.
we've all been out with strippers. We're okay with it. Why can't we be out? Why can't we be out with female trainers?
Coy. I got to Coy sign NDA after this.
Female trainer. Do female trainers train guys or mostly girls?
No, they train both.
All of them.
Yeah.
Train all?
Yeah.
No, I'd still say CEOs.
I'll go in order. I can go in
Okay.
order.
D, come on.
I'll probably say the CEO. Just, they're always working. Like you're never off when you're CEO. So like, I think CEO is probably top.
Okay. JR?
I said nurse at first, but I'm gonna change it to CEO because the CEO, when you're a CEO, your business is your baby.
Yeah, that's a bar.
Nothing trumps that.
That's a bar. That's a bar.
Okay, so for me, I'd say the CEO as well because I think it's because CEOs have masculine energy, right?
100%. Yes, sir.
So,
You know what?
Yes, sir.
because they have to be up like the guys are like in that level. So you have very
Boss.
masculine and boss level, right? So if you're a guy and you have very masculine energy, it's not gonna work out. You're gonna you're gonna bump heads, right? So if you're that guy that's very, I don't care, if I'm the houseman, just taking care of the house. Yeah, that's there is those guys that can fit into that place, right?
Maybe that's what the girl wants to.
Correct, exactly. I don't want you to run, beat me on the, the financial side. I just want you to be there to take care of me. Like that's most likely. So I would go with the CEO and I would go with the cop because you're gonna be doing all kinds of shit. Checking my background checks and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, cops. I forgot you said that.
Yeah, so I ain't trying to deal with that. And then trainer, You know, you're gonna get hit on by dudes all the time. You know, you're out there, you're good looking.
Living at the gym,
huh?
She living at the gym,
right? Yeah. That's not the only thing, but I mean, you're gonna be badass looking too. Yeah. So a lot of good looking dudes are probably gonna go after you and etc. Yeah. And then Nurse is probably the easiest one to date in that group.
Yeah, in that group. Okay.
And a lot of it depends on where you are.
100%.
Right.
That's fact.
You got to have a certain amount of. Confidence
so
to date each and every one of them in a different way.
Yeah, if I'm like a billionaire, I'm pretty sure I can date the CEO. Like, I wouldn't be care because my money's way above yours, so it's not like that's going to make a difference to me.
Well, if you're insecure about yourself, you probably can't date any of them, right?
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Like realistic.
100%.
Right.
100%. Yeah,
that's true.
Why are you coming home so late? Who did you ride with a partner?
Here we go.
You know what I'm saying? How many people you training? The guys hit on you at the gym?
Do any of us know any guy friends of us that dated a cop before, a female cop? I just want to know what it's like. Nobody here?
No, but I know a lot of female cops.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They say are?
I'll just leave it at that.
Okay, I like that. All right, let me ask you this. This is a good question for all the guys to answer individually. I'll start with UD, and then we'll work our way clockwise. Let me ask you this. Should a guy get into a relationship while he's on his purpose? Meaning he's headed down his road of whether he's trying to get his master's, become a doctor, build this company, excel in his career. Like while he's trying to excel in his career, should he try to get, explain that dynamic? Should he try to get into a relationship or should he,
I don't think anybody should ever be trying to get in a relationship.
Okay, that's more.
Like,
yeah, go ahead. No, I like that.
The reality of it is that
I like that.
For me, God's gonna put the right person in front of me when the time is ready.
That's okay. Church on Sunday. Go ahead.
Seriously,
100%.
So when, just like you said at the beginning of the podcast, right?
Yeah.
Like my girl and I met. Both of us not looking for anything.
Yep.
Both of us told each other, like, this is not a thing.
Yeah.
She's going into her master's program. I was doing what I was doing, whatever. Like, we're still together almost 6 years later, just bought a house.
100%.
Like,
100%.
So, like, that's what God wanted us to do. So,
100%.
like,
100%.
As long as you're not putting expectations on it and things like that.
I like that. Not putting expectations on it.
You just let eventually expectations are just going to come.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, like, if you're looking, if you're looking for something, you're going to find it.
100%. That's right.
Just usually you're not looking for the right thing.
Yep.
And so when you're not looking for something, usually is when you find it, right?
JR?
I agree 100%. Like, you have a checklist, right?
Yeah.
Of everything you want in a person and a partner.
Yeah.
But who's to say that checklist is right for you? Like, who's to say that, you as a person, you need this, and this. This is what you want, but that's not necessarily what you need as a partner. I think a lot of people fall into that trap of what they want, and then they end up settling because, it's just because they're tired of looking, and I'm like, I'm done. This is it. This is the person I'm dating at the time that I feel like I need to be in a relationship.
I'm okay with.
Yeah.
So. Not going bad.
B, what's up?
I started off backwards.
Okay.
I think I was getting into way too many relationships. I thought that, to me, I was raised around good parents, so I thought that having that family dynamic was important first and then get the bag after. And that backfired so many times on me. So now it's more of like, if the girl comes, the girl comes. I'm not focused on that. I'm going to focus on my life and my happiness.
Yep.
Because if the right person comes, the right person comes. I'm not going to force it. I'm not going to try to, because I have been forcing it.
Got it.
You know, but I'm at a moment, like I'm at peace with myself now.
Shit,
you know, it's to a point where nothing bothers me now.
Yeah.
You know,
that's good.
like what anybody says to me or anything it doesn't bother me. So it's just like I'm just
that
like
level.
I'm just like whatever. Like when things happen, and I'll let it come to me.
Okay,
That's healthy.
Yeah. Koi?
When excuse me, when things happen, they happen. Let's say you're in the field where you're working and you meet somebody.
Yeah.
They might be in the same field. How many relationships we know where they met in college? They're in the same field, the same class. Why not? They have the same common goals, and you meet and you fall in love, and it's all good. It doesn't mean you're not going to reach your goal if you don't find it. But if you're meet somebody
Yeah.
and it's distracting to you to the point where maybe your friends are thinking, you know, maybe you should, or it's a detriment to your goals, then probably not.
Okay.
Jack?
I would say I would let her know. I mean, I wouldn't expect anything, but I would let her know, hey, this is what I'm running with. If you want to run with me, let's go. Yeah. But if you're not, I'm just letting you know now.
Yeah, this is where I'm at.
This is where I'm at, and this is where I'm going.
Yeah.
At the end of the goal. But if you're going to be with me and you're going to be complaining halfway there, I'm sorry.
Are we there yet? Are we there yet? No, are we there yet? I got to pee. We got to stop here. We got to stop there.
I'm sorry. I want you to come with me to the finish line. I want you to be there with me. But if you're going to be putting speed bumps on me, you know, yield here and things like that, I'm sorry. But, I mean, I wouldn't expect anything from her. But as long as she understands, hey, this is where I'm at, this is where I'm going, I hope you understand, and I hope you stick with me to it. If not, I'm sorry, but I got to get this goal.
I like that.
Or if you want, you can step aside, let me finish my goal. Once I get to that goal, then maybe I'll let you
know. If we're still in the same...
Yes, conversation, same goals, same concept 100%. And everything. So
I like that.
So it just really depends on her if she's willing to accept what I'm doing, what I am. If not... Hey, I'm letting you know now, so I don't waste your time. I don't waste my time.
Hell yeah. I would say this. I think that damn. I was really like when you said that shit, Jack, I really started thinking about the relationships I've been in since the podcast. Like I really started going like spinning the block in my head. Yeah. And you know, I think, and this is what I can say, like, you know, when you're on your purpose and like you like you know, I would say 6 months into doing the podcast, I was like, okay, this is it. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm okay not deviating from the plan. And I kind of put it, I etched it out. I'm not deviating from the plan. And if this is hindering my relationship, then the relationship will end. Like I will, you know, this is what I'm choosing.
And when did you realize it?
6 months in. I would say six months into the podcast. 6 months into the podcast. Okay. Because I'm not gonna lie. First of all, you know, a little backstory. Y'all, who's the least one here to know me the least?
Maybe me.
Jack. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, I want to say maybe. Yeah.
Maybe. It's
between me and him.
Yeah. But I feel like you.
Oh, I was 08, so
okay.
I don't
know. Yeah,
I would say it's between me.
Yeah, and it's not far off.
Difference. Yeah,
it's not
flip
that big
a coin
for $100K.
But y'all have known me, and even JRD Coy, y'all have known me, and y'all seen how many adventures I have put y'all through, and how many ideas that I have. Mm-hmm. I have. All we gotta do is this.
What happened to the Stilettos company?
Yeah, I still, you know,
I'm still waiting on that Stilettos.
Okay, so and
I need my skateboard.
But you know what they say? Every billionaire, that's not their first idea.
100%.
100%. Are there hundreds? So.
Those are not failures. Those are good building blocks.
Yeah. L's before M's.
Yeah.
But to give you guys context that are listening, what did I do? I started out nails, makeup, spray tanning, shoe company. I had the name too. Shoe Addicts. That shit was fire.
Yeah.
Tie company. Skateboard company. I have tried to do it all and kind of landed on what I've always done. This is literally what I've always done. No. I've always had conversations. We've always hung out as a group. Like like my house was a kicking spot. It was always friends here, women here. Everybody. We always used to hang out and do the same thing. And I said the only difference between what we're doing now and what we did then was now it's being recorded. That's the only difference, you know? Like, I still have the same friends that I rode with before this and now, but it's to the point where it's like, you know, 6 months in, I had to make that decision. I was like, hey, is this one of my harebrained schemes or is it not? Like, God, just tell me. and made it very clear that this is it, and this is where I'm heading. This is the, I drew a line in the sand, and I said, you know what? Not in the sand, in the cement, and let it harden. Yeah. And I said, you know what? I am cool with everything else because this is my purpose, and you have to be okay with relationships beginning and ending. Mm-hmm. Not even then. I'm pretty sure everybody, 500 episodes in, we've had so many fucking different women on here that, not unfortunately, they were just passing by that have came on the show that maybe got married, moved away, did a whole bunch of things,
everything.
Kids, go ahead.
To your credit, though, like having been through every last one of them, right?
Yeah, you have. Yeah,
through every last one of them.
Yeah, you and JR. Right? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
I will say this one, like all the other ones, I felt like I'm gonna do this, and then just started doing it the next day.
Yeah, for sure.
This one I saw you build it for like a year before you even started doing it.
Yeah.
Right? And like putting the foundation together of what you wanted to do with it. Yeah. And that's how, from my perspective, I knew that it was going to last. And you were going to put that into it because all the other guys, I'm going to do a sock company, and then all of a sudden there were socks on the website. It was done.
Shit, when's the soft opening? I missed the family and friends opening.
That's right.
Oh, by the way, you owe me $14 a month.
For the last 2.5 years. But yeah. Damn.
By the way, all those things he's still working on.
Yeah, they're still there. They're still there in the background.
Yeah.
I haven't shut them down. They're still in.
Never shuts anything down.
I didn't shut
completely.
it down. It's just
that the podcast is like his
baby. Yeah.
But he built it like prior to going live.
Yeah.
Like he put the foundations. He put the actual building blocks together to build it versus just going live and it's like, okay, we'll see where this goes.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. I remember. Like me and Coy went down to pick up the board. But we had to try. We had to drive.
Wait, board for what?
The mixer board. That we had to drive 2 hours one way to pick it up. It was the only one, basically, in SoCal.
Wow.
Really? It was the only one in SoCal
at that time. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, I need this type of thing.
Damn, so it's like that pawn shop in the 64. Huh?
Yeah. So and to attest, like I said, if I was gonna build it correctly, much to what D said, I was like, I'm not gonna cut corners. Yeah, and then I said, and I'm gonna continuously fine tune it as I go on because a lot of people don't realize this podcast started out at 2 hours.
Yeah. 2:43. Yeah. 2:43 and now it's 34. Yeah. A lot.
No lie, I kind of miss those days.
It's easier when
we had a lot of fun.
We had a lot of fun talking for a long time. No lie. Drinks are flowing. Everybody's active.
Yeah. But, if you want to laugh, just always skip to the last 30 minutes of the podcast. Sloshed in.
Everybody is hammered, bro.
Slurring their speeches.
You get ratchet right here.
Yeah. I love you guys.
I remember at one point my uncle hit me up. He said, "Hey, check this out. That you got to cut off the liquor." Jesus, like it was
tell the difference.
Bro, we were cheering every like 5 minutes. I used half the first 15 episodes like clink, clink.
Magnum bottles getting polished.
It was crazy, yeah. And then till I refined it down, and then I figured out, the idea was I've always wanted people to feel like they were sitting in the room with us, even though they weren't. Mm-hmm. And that made me to switch to broadcasting headphones with the mic on it because of the fact that you can feel like you're here with us, and I don't have, and it just helps the new people that come in and hang out, and they don't have to kind of like sit in front of the mic. You can hang out, chill like we used to do, Then that's and that's what it's about, and that's why I always told people like the idea of what this was about was to sit back, hang out, and chill with people. That's it, and then
the way it should be.
Call the homegirls up, hit them up, see what they're doing, see what they're about, And it's like I always tell people, I was like, there was so many different, and it was like I said, when it was at the beginning, it was just crazy because we were just calling any, I was just calling any girl, and but we had those great conversations with V, Kiara,
Rojo,
crazy girl.
Yeah, I don't know, Whitney. There was Red. The E still comes on from time to time. Special K came here. There's and you always got to sit back and kind of I always sit back and kind of like there's a lot of people that have came and went, and there's a lot of people that have transitioned, that have been here and sat at this table, rest in peace, my boy Chris, rest in peace, Satin Sheets. Like, they was here at the beginning, rocking from the, they was here, and it would behoove me to not continue what they thought was, just a dope time with the fellas that we rarely have anymore. Yeah. And so that's the idea, is just to bring it back to the fun times we used to have and just bring it back together.
Sharing war stories.
Oh man, I mean, from what we can share, it's just, I always said, remember I dropped this during pandemic.
Yeah.
So ain't nobody was going outside. It was everybody at home, nobody, and we were all the fortunate ones because everybody got to come over, kick it. Everybody's drinking because, mind you, other than that, you stuck in the house. Doing anything, and you sitting there, you talking about stories of people having pandemic. I can't leave.
Yeah,
the whole world shut down. I can't leave. We don't like each other. I can't leave. That I tell people 100% of the time, there are so many DMs and emails that get sent to me about stories and situations. Remember, we had that older woman that called it, that sent me an email. Yeah. About, and then just a whole bunch of other things. A guy, he wanted to help his son when he's about to go on his first date. He wanted advice on what should he be telling him, how can he coach him, just from there to women wanting to know about, it turned the table, and women wanting to know about men and what are they thinking and how should I react to this? Because I guess, we fail to realize that there's a lot of women that listen to this fucking podcast.
That's good.
It's called Men Don't Know, but there's a lot of women that listen to this podcast to try to figure out what we're thinking.
Correct.
In essence of, you guys are trying to figure out us, but at the same time, we are trying to figure out you, because a lot of women say, I don't know what the fuck to do.
Yeah. That's because we think we're simple.
Facts.
I was just about to say we're simple, but we think
we're simple. But like, I think I'm simple, but you can look at me like that's a complicated dick.
Yeah, 100%. No lies. No lies whatsoever. I always say, like, damn, 500.
Let's go.
A lot of people,
it's hard to do anything 500 times, let alone
it's real shit. I never really thought about that. Shout out to my guy Jay Blaze. He's over there. We thank you for your service. He been listening since day one, and he sent me a plaque. Said help him to. He said. Thank you, Chris and Coy, for getting through my
deployment.
Yeah, deployment. Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah.
Oh wow.
He sent us medals.
He was watching, listening to that.
Because the way the podcast is set up, you can download the app and automatically download when you're in Wi-Fi, so you don't have to use Wi-Fi to listen.
So you don't have to live stream it. You can
download it and then
you can download it and then listen to it later.
100%.
Yeah. Kind of like Netflix has.
But he was telling me, I got, one of my other boys, Kevin, he was like, while he was deployed, he was like, that, like, I had you playing at 3:00 in the morning. It was 120. He's over in Qatar, and places over there in the Middle East. And he said, I had you playing at 3:00 in the morning because it's 120 degrees. We ain't got the AC rocking and it's hot out here, It's just different situations where you don't realize what I don't realize what this podcast has helped so many people, until I get the DMs and I get the the text message, hey, like, I know you think you just doing it for you. There's a lot of people out here that you don't know who's listening, that you doing it for them, and it's kind of crazy, because even I've had some women hit me up and say, hey, check this out, you helped me through a lot of tough times, like when I got out of my relationship. And there's a lot of, and there's a lot of guys like, hey, that is like, you had a couple podcasts. I was in some dark days, and your podcast with the boys laughing. I'm over here sitting back in my house, cracking a beer, pouring me a glass, and I put you on the bigs, and I'm in the room with y'all. And I guess, sometimes you don't sit back and think about that, but, 4.5 years, there's a lot of people that
you've helped.
I don't want to say help. I think I've been there for unknowingly.
Okay.
Yeah. And that I've created, that they've created indirectly.
I think more open eyes for people.
What do you mean?
Like, in situations that they could be in, and that you could have told them something where they never thought of. So they're like, oh, okay, I see now. I think there's a lot of clarity from these podcasts that people get in situations that they are so stuck at sometimes, right? They can't get out of that situation. And I think these podcasts, like especially with you, you helped me multiple times. You know what I mean? Like, this guy did a freaking whiteboard on me one time.
Oh, C-man. Bro. You got an ice screen right here.
Like, he put me down. I was like, pros and cons. And I was like, holy shit, this guy broke it down. And I was like, this is what this girl's doing to you. This is not who she is. And this, so and so. And I was like, I sat down. I was like,
diagram.
Swear to God, literally, I got out that room from him. And I was like, I'm done with it.
Is it because you needed to see it?
I needed to see
it. Or
it.
somebody to tell you about it?
I was clouded. I was clouded in the situation. I think I was just more infatuated with her. As a person, I forgot like the red flags and the green flags, right? So mainly red flags. So like he pointed out that stuff, and I was like, holy shit! Like it like dawned on me, and I was like, all right, I know exactly what I need to do. And sure enough, I mean, that was the best decision I made in that moment for that with that girl. So there's times where you've helped a lot.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that, man. But
I think it helps to hear other people.
Going through it,
other people not going through it. I don't want to hear other people like,
it
helps to know that. It helps to know that people are going through the same shit that you are. Like as you forget that it's not just you. In the world. Because you're living your life, but you forget that other people have shit going on too. And so I always love the quote. You never know. So, be nice to everybody, because everybody's fighting a battle that
everybody's fighting a demon
that you'll never know about.
100%.
And they'll never let anybody know about it.
Exactly. And you hear that when you listen to podcasts, when you call people, and I've heard women cry on here sometimes. So like,
and they going through it like every other one, and other women say, damn, like I was her, like I'm her right now, and it's like, damn, I'm not alone. That's the whole idea of it. Through the fun and the games, it's like, everybody else is doing the same thing. We all trying to get through every day, one day at a time.
And I think like for men don't get that like that,
because men don't know.
Yeah. No, I'm saying like men don't get the same support system that women have, right? Women's sisterhood, they have like this big support group, like, whatever, feminism, whatever you want to call it, but they have that support group. For men, we have like few guys that we can go to, right? It's we are very peculiar about what we are going to them with too. Like we're not going to talk to them about everything. If we know that guy's going to help me, I'm going to go talk to them. But women don't do that. Women, they go all out to everybody, right? Whoever helps me.
Because we're brought up to contain our emotions.
Correct.
To be a support system for everybody else.
Exactly.
And then women are taught to be nurturing, be open with your feelings.
And we're not. We're completely not open with our feelings. So.
Man, but guys, once again, I thank y'all again to 500 and many more, fellas. I can't thank y'all. Appreciate y'all enough, man. Koi, my guy, we are out. First and foremost, I want to thank everybody for listening. Whether you listen to it on Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Pandora, or you downloaded that Man Don't Know podcast app, I can't thank y'all enough. Merch store is open, but hit me up on Instagram at Men Don't Know, Twitter at Men Don't Know 1. Shoot me an email, Chris at mendontknow.com, or hop on the mendontknow.com website and shoot me a message. Fellas, my guys, we are out.
are on Yelp. Pull up all these pictures and be like, oh, that's the dessert you're eating? All right, Michelle. That's the candle? Okay, that's the same candle. I know where that.
45 minutes to an hour.
45 minutes to an hour. Wait, can you run that long? No offense.
That's how I got married, dog. You know, first date, bro.
Was that what you did?
Yeah, my first date with him.
Look at.
I think a guy's more comfortable being alone than a girl, but I mean that's a whole
Really?
nother
You think so?
subject.